Hey guys, what's up? My name is T-Space and welcome back to another gameplay commentary. Today's gameplay commentary, I'm going to be talking about some tips and tricks that I personally use when I use my bolt-action sniper rifle. Now, to get this out of the way, I mainly go for headshots when I play with a bolt-action sniper rifle because I think it's more effective and it's a little more difficult than actually just aiming at the body, and I like to challenge myself here and there. So, the first shot that I want to get into is called the hard scope. Now, the hard scope is pretty much where you scope in for, I would say, 2 to 3 seconds, and you want to get that accurate shot. So basically, that is a hard scope. It's a quite easy technique or shot to learn, but it's very useful. Some people might think it's considered newbie, but in my opinion, it's a fundamental shot. So basically, since it's a fundamental shot, you need to learn this before you learn any other shots. And the effective range for this technique or for this shot is pretty much all ranges. You can use this close, medium, or far, but to tell you the truth, this shot truly excels at far range. But let me give you an example for a close range encounter. So let's say you run around a corner and you know someone is right behind you. So what you can do is you can turn around and pre-scope that corner, or basically hard scope it. So when he comes around the corner, you're already anticipating his movements and you can easily take him out. He's going to be caught off guard and you're going to get the kill. Now moving on to a little more difficult shot that might be considered, un-battlefield-esque, but still, it's a shot, and I think it's very useful. This shot is called the drag shot, and the drag shot is pretty much where you drag your scope across the target, and when your target aligns with your scope, you take the shot. Now, I also call this shot the correction shot because most of the time when I zoom in, I am not 100% on the target, so I need to correct my shot this way, and basically, I do that through the drag shot. And basically, since I'm aiming for the head, it took me a while to actually get the drag shot down. Aiming for the head is quite difficult to do, consistently. So doing a drag shot on the head is almost it's probably the hardest thing in my opinion in Battlefield. Well, to me, it's pretty hard. So the ways you can actually practice on how to do a drag shot is one, you can just find a regular wall and shoot one random bullet on that wall. Make sure that wall actually displays bullet holes first. But basically, once you shoot that bullet on the wall, you want to use that bullet hole as your target practice. And basically, you drag your scope across that tiny little bullet hole on the wall and mix it up. You don't want to just go left to right and right to left. You can go diagonal or up and down, or just mix it up, because you want to make sure that you feel comfortable with it any which way you drag it. Another way you can actually practice the drag scope is basically going into an empty Metro server or a private server that has Metro on it, and basically shooting out these specific lights. Now these specific lights are like display lights. So some of them are actually hidden behind glass. So if I were you, I would first knife the glass, then shoot at these little black lights. And basically these are very small targets, and they kind of represent the size of an enemy's head. And basically, first, before you actually take a shot at these lights, you want to go through the motions like I said before. So just go through the motions the first time. So like drag your crosshairs across the light, and then once you get used to it, go ahead and take your shot. Now keep in mind, if you do miss, don't be discouraged. It'll take a while, and by the time you finish with all these lights in Metro, I'm pretty sure you'll get a better feel for it. Now there are also other lights outside of Metro, basically near A, and there are these street lights, and they're hanging over the street, of course. And when you shoot them, they give you this huge explosion. Well, I wouldn't say it's a huge explosion, but they kind of puff. Basically, the glass shatters and all the electricity sparkles everywhere. So you know that when you actually hit this target, that you got the shot. Now, doing this a couple times over and over again will give you the confidence and the ability to say, wow, I can actually do this in a game. When you transfer what you've practiced in these controlled environments to a game, make sure you're doing it slow. You don't want to instantly just jump right into it, because you're gonna get upset, because you're probably gonna miss a lot, and therefore you're gonna get demoralized on oh man, I don't want to do this anymore because this is so stupid. So just take your time when you actually get into a real game. Now, moving on to techniques that I use when I'm trying to evade enemies, or basically, increase my survivability. And the first technique is called the side strafe. Now, the side strafe is pretty much basically where you go left to right, and you kind of become a moving target. Now, the main points or the main reasons why you want to do this is if you're caught in a difficult situation, let's say for an example you missed your first shot with your bolt action, you have to wait until you rechamber another shot. So as you're rechambering your another shot, you don't want to just stand there, because if you just stand there, then you're just going to be an easy target to hit. So side strafing will increase your survivability, and therefore it'll make you a moving target, because most people don't really like moving targets, and it's quite hard for them sometimes. So becoming a moving target will basically increase your survivability. Now keep in mind, when you are doing the side strafe, you want to mix it up a little bit. You don't want it to be, completely predictable. You don't want to go left, right, left, right, left, right. Just mix it up. You can go left 2 times and then right, or you can go right 2 times and then left 3 times. Mix it up and make it a little confusing. Now the last technique that I have to share for you guys is actually the crouching technique. Now I got this technique back in TF2 when I truly started, get into sniping. And basically in TF2, headshots were pretty much everything. So when you were faced off against another sniper, he would most likely be aiming at your face. So when you did see another sniper aiming at you, all you had to do was hit crouch really quickly, and then you would stand back up, because I had crouch on toggle. So I'd click crouch really quickly, so I'd kind of bob up and down, and he would miss his shot, and then I would take my shot. So I kind of added that TF2 aspect, or that strategy, to Battlefield 3. Now you might be saying, well, why did you add this to Battlefield 3? What does crouching do, or what is crouching going to do in Battlefield 3? To tell you the truth, when you crouch against a person that has an automatic or even a sniper rifle, missing that first initial shot is very important, because that first initial shot out of any gun is probably going to be the most accurate, and every bullet following that is going to be a little less accurate. So if you can dodge the first initial shot, then therefore you can have you can prolong your survivability in a gunfight. And now you don't have to just crouch once. You can crouch multiple times and become an even more become even more difficult target to actually hit. You can actually combine the crouching technique with the side strafe. So you side strafe left and right, and then you crouch randomly in between the side strafes, and basically it makes you a harder target to hit, because most players are actually going to be aiming at the upper chest and the head. So if you're crouching and side strafing at the same time, they're going to be like bobbing up and down all the time when they're trying to shoot you. But that pretty much wraps up this commentary. I hope you guys did enjoy this, and maybe you learned something. If you didn't, I really do hope you just enjoyed the gameplay, because I thought this was a pretty good gameplay, and I thought it was pretty entertaining. But like always, leave a comment down below telling me what you thought. Give me a like or a dislike, so know for sure. If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And once again, my name is T-Space, and I will catch you guys later.